Thank you very much. So,
Excellent.
let's go for this quick, as you say, presentation before going to lunch about social business. Because you know cloud was coming with all those social issues, and at the same time as the clouds were moving up, you know, social was getting up, because maybe we are all together looking for these clouds. So, just to say, Jamespot, we are one of the leaders of a social networks for company. I just want to give you a few figures, and especially for you cloud providers, on why social is a big issue for you and your customer. Well, social is critical for today. Why? Because you need engagement behind all those data. We're speaking about cloud, making those computing stuff and so on, but what can exist if there is no people behind this? We speak about process, we need our people. So social is the way to get back people into the cloud model. That means for your business, but that means for your engagement, for your employee. And if you only think that cloud is going to get up because you have data, it's a mess. The reality is that you need the social issues, the social moving to get those data going to the cloud. So always think human first, then the data will follow. That's the point we have to address all together. And for instance, if you look for figures on this, today, every 5 hours lost per week just going into information, 60% of employees spend 1 hour per day doing the same thing as another people in another job. And 75% of CROs thinks collaborative and social is the more important things. So when you put the IT figures first, that is cloudification, and you put management issues, that is collaborative and social is in the center of all mind of CEOs, you have a big booster for our business. Well, and this is what we call enterprise social network. That was derived of what happened on well-known as Twitter or Facebook, but not for individuals, but for business issues. How we are going to share information. And as you know, Facebook, for instance, is a big provider of cloud solution. He has so many servers. So as infrastructure you build and you provide, just think about why there are so many servers, because people need to exchange so many information. And this is not only for their own, but this is for CEOs' mind of getting into those challenging business. So that's the issue we're doing. And the usage, but I will be very short, is a very large. Collaboration, communication, working mobility, multi-site. For instance, during I was in conference, what's happened in my business at home in Paris? How can I just answer quickly for a customer asking me for a daily, a day, a date, or price? That's the way I can speed off all of my business. And just to say, those projects are getting for all industries. Social network for enterprise is for all. You see, we are going public companies, we are going private companies, big ones and small ones. You find the same as for the cloud. The cloud is not only for big companies or for SMEs. Cloud is for reinventing all the IT. It's the same for social. So the together get with a huge proof. Well, because I have to get my partner on BIME quickly because we are all waiting for the lunch, so I speed off my presentation. Just a special usage for you, cloud editors, cloud providers, or so on. First is getting, of course, an internal connected portal for all your employees. Okay, that's the same as all industries. Get the thing done. That's pretty important in our business. And getting in your specific business is manage a roadmap. Managing a roadmap of product or software is a mess. It's very difficult. You have to put all the people of the company together working quickly to decide, to change, to make pivot, because business is changing. With, an enterprise social network, you change the way your roadmap run, because it's not only into meetings that you're going to make this roadmap moving, but also deeply with all your company and maybe with customers that can get inside. The second thing is that you can create engaging your customer in your business. They are not only spectators waiting on what you're doing. You can test and say, okay, we are delivering this new model, this new tool, this new version, and then they are going to react more quickly. So you are going to be more responsive in your business, that is to deliver this IT value for your customer. And the last but not the least is to communicate with channels. We've got a lot of projects, of editors that are working with channels to deliver the value indirectly. And then with a social network, you can manage those channels and not just only taking your phone to say, hello, I have got a new product, did you come on your next event? With a social network, you are going to be able to make this and in all over the world. Because one of the big issue is to do this globally, not only locally into your business area. So it's a really accelerator, and I will just play a joke because I know in this room there are DevOps people very dedicated to, I see satellites that are there, for instance. It's the same for all the business. A social network is a way to accelerate your DevOps of business, not only for product, but for business, that put all your people together. And this is a really cloud issue to make coming back people into the cloud. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, Alain. And while Rachel is just stepping up, I wanted to ask you one question, which is social in the enterprise just a new word for collaboration, or is there a difference between what we have called collaboration in the past?
Yeah, it's the following. It's a new word for the same idea, but there is a big change. That is, in all social network systems, you are really find people, photo of people, profile of people, where 10 years ago, for collaborative systems that we are doing, you were only finding some PDF logos and Word logos and no human inside. So it's the same. We always collaborate in the same manner, but the way it does, it totally change and make people engage. That's the difference. I never see 1 billion of people into a collaborative system. Never. 10 years ago, you have to push people to do collaboration. You must do collaboration. In social, people get, because they feel that the system reflects better what they are or what they want to do in their business. And that's a big change. And that's what the adoption is there.
Okay, thank you very much. So now I would like to introduce Rachel Delacour, who is CEO and founder of BIME, We Are Cloud, and a previous European Eurocloud Award winner.
Yeah. So hi everybody, my name is Rachel Delacour, as I mentioned, as Phil mentioned. I'm glad to be here today, so thank you very much for your invite. I'm here to share with you some experience on how we manage to deliver analytics capabilities to our customers, both in Europe and internationally, and how we manage to, what we learned, and how we manage to spread the word about this. So I will try to do as fast as possible within 10 minutes. So quick word about our company. We are based in the south of France. We are French. And we've created our company by year 2009. So we are really new in the business intelligence scene, but we already managed to be recognized at an international level by Forrester, by Forbes, by Google also. We are technological Google partners for their cloud platforms. So what we are doing? We are delivering a modern business intelligence platform tailored for the cloud. So very, to sum up that, it's, today companies, small or large, they need people and tools to crunch their data, to analyze their data. But these tools today, they are still complex to install, to use, to deploy, to scale. So we've created BIME, and BIME, it's a fully integrated business intelligence platform, 100% cloud, delivered as a service. I'm talking about a subscription-based service. And it allows the business user to analyze his data and to create and share dashboards. And it's modern because it's scalable, of course, and in one single place, the business user will be able will have access to very sophisticated features to really deep dive into his data. So yeah, so we are providing lots of connectors from this platform to connect all the different kind of data sources companies have to tackle. To make interactive big data analysis, because we are also talking big data and we are able to perform sophisticated analysis on top of a very large amount of data. What's great being a cloud vendor is that you are able to follow and to track what your users are doing in terms of frequency, in terms of which features they want to use. You are also able to source feedbacks worldwide. So since year 2009, we've been able to sum up all new analytical needs of our customers. So let me play this short video to show you what we are experiencing today in terms of analysis and the way our customers are using data and what they have asked to us. Because keep in mind that, of course, with the proliferation, with the multiplication of on-premise data sources, of online data sources, plus the fact that all your data are progressively migrating to the cloud, it's a nightmare to have access to all your different data sets. So it creates the need to complement traditional data warehouse with very agile business intelligence solutions that are able to give companies a consolidated view of all of their data in one single place. The short video I will show you, it's used by, let's say, 90% of our customers today, and they are able to hoover all their data and to query all different data sources in one single place. I think the sound is okay. Ouais, super.
How do you connect to 500 million rows of sales transaction data, web analytics, and Salesforce data? With new sources and silos every day, what would you use? A data warehouse? Well, that could be an ETL nightmare. What we really need to do is just connect, blend, and analyze. And you can do all of this using BIME. Here we're connected to our sales data in a big query connection. And as you can see, almost 500 million rows. So let's put together a quick query to interrogate this data. Perhaps we can look at order quantity and see it over time. First by year, and then let's break this down into months. So, by adding a trend line to our data, we can actually see that our last month's worth of order quantity were way above the trend. So, why could this be? In order to interrogate this further, we could then connect to our Salesforce data, create a blended query.
So we mix all
Here,
that on the
we'll
fly.
create a joining key between the dates of the two connections. And now you'll see we have our Salesforce data available to use in the same query. So let's drag our opportunities amount into the query to see if that can help us decipher what's been going on with our sales data. Well, it looks like our opportunity amount isn't really explaining this unexpected spike in order quantity. So perhaps the best thing to do would be try and explore further by adding some website data. to the mix. Again, we can blend by our dates from the two connections and use our website data in the same query as before. Or perhaps our website visits data from Google Analytics might help explain what our Salesforce data couldn't. So, if we add that as a trend, we'll be able to see if it answers our question. Well, it looks as though there's nothing out of the ordinary with our website visits data either. Perhaps it might be time for me to call the IT department to see if there's a bug in the system. No more data silos. With BIME, you can have your own virtual cloud data warehouse in real time, consolidated, and with no copying. You can now analyze your data across technology boundaries.
Okay, so this is the kind of problem we are trying to solve today. And all about it's done just to turn all your data into euros and dollars, of course. But the fact that we've been cloud-based means that we were really able to stick to the new way our customers are using analytics, and the fact that they really want to push the business intelligence boundaries. And of course, the cloud with unlimited resources allows us to really develop not in real time, but close to the features for our customers. So today we are working with more than 300 customers worldwide. As I mentioned, we are based in France, not in Paris. We are based in the south of France, and we are doing 70% of our revenues. We are generating 70% of our revenues outside of France, and mainly in the US. They were really early adopters of this kind of cloud business intelligence. They have understood that they had so many new data silos that we had to tackle. So today we are, of course, reinforcing our European structure, and we are working with companies who have a very strong web DNA, of course, but more and more larger companies, more traditional companies at a departmental level, where, let's say, the marketing or web marketing department say, okay, I need to crunch on the fly Excel files, MySQL databases, plus my Salesforce data, plus my Google Analytics data, for example. So this is something new that we are seeing more and more adopted, even in the large companies' departments. Plus, we are also working with several departments with several governments, in Canada, and also with for example, different cities in the US, with the city of Atlanta, for example, the city of Las Vegas, who are using this kind of new business intelligence, because, as we already mentioned here, it's cheaper, it's economical, and it goes straight to the point, to what they need, and they can expose their results to their citizens, for example, because this embedded BI can also, you can share dashboards online very collaboratively. And we are also working with OEM, with cloud other vendors to embed this kind of BI. So why them? As I mentioned, it's because they have a strong web DNA. So it was the first story of our customers. And because since the beginning we've created the code that we have we thought our code to scale since day one, since the first line of code, everything has been thought to scale, and we also thought our marketing to scale as much as possible. So our customers, we are reaching them through web marketing actions. At the beginning, it was very about budget constraints. We had budget constraints, so we bet a lot on SEO, on content creation to get natural referrals. And today it's rewarding because we've tried traditional marketing to reach those prospects, to reach those leads, and we are still doing a lot in terms of here category leadership. I don't know if you can see that. We are also abusing of external social media to loop with Alain's presentation. So this is our story on how we've managed to get these customers outside of Montpellier in the south of France, and the way we are trying to scale, and the way we manage to scale, and the way we are looking for them and reaching them at an international level. And as I mentioned, we are discovering every day new ways they are using analytics to their own needs, and that's great being a cloud vendor, and I think that you all love that. For that, we are really able to stick to their needs, and that's a great promise for us being European at an international level. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, a very fascinating presentation. Do we have any questions for either of our presenters? We have a question in the middle there. I'll just walk over with the microphone.
Understood.
Hi, I just wonder what type of connections do you have between your data center or your system and the client? Because I guess you have to extract all those data when you do a query.
We are not asking them to put their data in
your data center, I understand that.
Yeah. So we have, as I mentioned, something like more than 30 connectors today, online to online data sources, to on-premise data sources. So I'm talking about a very basic one like Excel, like CSV, but
okay,
also
so
MySQL.
You have an agent
Oracle.
to install on site.
No. Everything is done from the cloud. And we manage with a proxy, for example. Of course, you have to give us the login password, or the way you want to. But I'm a former cost controller, and I really wanted to bring this tool to business users. And I didn't want them to start a very complicated project with, okay, we have to clean the data. Of course, garbage in, garbage out, so you have to clean your data, but with something completely crazy, with a big project, with a huge data warehouse, where you have to work with big ETL or else. So the easiest way to do was for us to create an architecture where our solution goes to look for the data where they are. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So effectively, when you're doing a query, you just get the data you need for the query rather than taking all of it across. Is that right?
We can work in a sort of delegated mode where we ask the database to work, and we just bring the result needed. Or if it's an online data source, we are able to ask. And keep in mind that it's the real life today of there is. Think about online gamers, for example. Think about digital marketing agencies. They are small companies, but they have big data needs right now. They are starting their business. They have big data needs. They are obliged to work with a quantity of logs, and today they can't afford traditional BI, big BI solutions. Plus the fact that traditional BI is not today giving answers to online data sources. So we are entering these doors. And what's amazing is that, of course, with the shift that this cloud is bringing to this world and to all the companies, we are more and more legitimate. And this cloud BI is more and more legitimate. And yes, I think the future looks bright. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a terrific note on which to close for lunch, I think. Thanks very much to both our presenters.